warm welcome to all of you, whether it's your first time showing up here, warm welcome. And whether it's your, I don't know, if you're a regular, lovely to see you again. So for today's practice, this moment's practice, we've been exploring together, I've been exploring in our sessions, the relationship between metta, cultivating goodwill, loving kindness, both for self and other, the relationship between metta and the Eightfold Noble Path, which is one of the basic teachings of the Buddha. So we've worked our way through all the factors, exploring the relationship between the factors, and no background necessary. If you know nothing about Buddhism or nothing about the Eightfold Path, no worries. Everything you need to know, it will be explained tonight. So it's all good. Relax, take a deep breath. So tonight we've made it to the seventh factor, seventh of the eight, and it's wise mindfulness, or translated as right mindfulness. So mindfulness, samma sati, samma as this excellent, wonderful, right translated as. Sati is the word for mindfulness. So the relationship between mindfulness, awareness, sati, I'll use those words interchangeably tonight, and metta. So I'll say just a few words to prepare us, and then I'll dive into the guided meditation, which, as you know, is about 30 minutes. For those who are new, will be guided. Everything you need to know will be shared with you. So sati, S-A-T-Y, in Pali, the language of the Buddha, often translated as mindfulness, also translated as awareness. The word itself can mean remembering, to remember, which is lovely when you think about remembering to be aware, remembering. So lots of relationship between mindfulness, between sati and metta. The first I like to bring up is sati, mindfulness, awareness. Awareness is actually a foundation for cultivation of goodwill, because you need to be aware of what is actually happening. You need to be aware of, oh, there is lack of goodwill, or oh, there is goodwill, or this needs to happen, or I need to shift it this way, or oh, wait a minute, I was practicing metta for my dear friend, but then I started to feel really, really envious of her life. And oh, now it needs to become compassion for myself. You need to be aware moment to moment what is happening to adjust your practice accordingly. Because say in this example I gave, if you continue to try to do vicarious joy, to do practice of mudita, metta for your friend, but you're sitting with envy and sadness. Oh, may you be happy. It's conflictual. So you need to turn it around to your self-compassion. Oh, sweetie, yeah, you really want whatever. And it's okay, just attending to your own suffering. In that moment of envy, you're the one who's suffering. So turning the metta to hold your own suffering. And then when there's stability, like, okay, I'm actually okay. I don't need whatever X or Y. And then the heart can open up to generosity and continue perhaps with metta for your friend. So the point I'm trying to make is this practice, this cultivation of metta, is always responsive. You need to be aware of what is happening. Or, oh, I'm trying too hard, ease. Or actually, my mind is all over the place. Maybe it would be good to settle in the body somewhere. So awareness needs to always be there, to be present, to guide the cultivation of metta practice. Okay? So another way that these practices relate is, as you notice, we always start, for those who've listened online before or have come to happy hour, we always start our practice, the guided meditation with mindfulness of the breath, mindfulness of the body. Yes, of course, you've noticed. Why? Because we settle, we invite the mind to settle, awareness to settle a bit, become more receptive, like, open up, so that then it's like, as I say often in the meditation, we till the soil so it's ready for planting seeds, instead of at the very beginning, like knock, knock, knock on hard earth. No, you till the soil with awareness of sati, with mindfulness of the breath, mindfulness of the body to settle. One more thing I want to mention, which relates to the translation of sati as remembering, is to remember your intention, to remember how you want to show up in the world, how you want to, at the end of your life, when you look back, what do you want to have cultivated? Do you want to have cultivated kindness, care, goodwill for your loved ones, yourself, others? Or not. So remembering, so that idea of remembering, to keep remembering, not just when you were practicing, when the mind wanders, and we gently remember, gently bring it back without judgment. Again, remembering to be kind when judgment arises, but also remembering in daily life. Remembering, keep remembering, asking yourself, what am I doing here? When you find yourself being grumpy or mean, it's okay not to be judgmental of yourself, but just, remembering, that is my North Star. What is my North Star? To remember, sati, remembering. So with all of that as the setup, now let all the words go. Shake the words, and now let's start our meditation together. Sitting, settling. Settling in your body. Settling with your breath. Landing. Letting go of all the words. And just landing, arriving, fully arriving in this moment. Arriving in this body. Inviting the body to have a sense of integrity. Maybe sitting a little taller, just a little more upright. And relaxing, then relaxing all the muscles. You can both sit upright. If that is what's needed, you may need to lie down, that's okay. And also have a sense of ease and relaxation in the muscles. They are not opposites. An integrity of the body without tightness, with ease. And inviting every nook and cranny of this body to be filled, touched by awareness. Touching your feet with awareness. Hello, feet. How are the feet? Do they feel grounded? Do they feel connected to the earth? Are you aware of the feet, the sensations in the feet? Inviting your legs to be touched with awareness, or inviting your awareness to inhabit your legs, your sit bones. Awareness, sati, all of your underside, your legs, your sit bones. Aware of all the sensations, aware of any tightness or holding. And why inviting awareness to inhabit your belly, your abdomen, just as the air fills your abdomen. Awareness round, fulfilling, continuous. Dancing with the breath in the abdomen, intertwined. Inviting awareness to fill your chest, your upper back, or your lower back, feeling the sensations of the whole trunk. Awareness fulfilling, nourishing. Connecting, intimate. Awareness as the glue of intimacy with the present moment. This body breathing. Awareness filling your arms, your hands. Being aware of any tension or holding. Inviting ease, letting go, dropping in. Awareness filling your face, your head, your neck and shoulders. As awareness fills your whole body, all nooks and crannies. The areas you had forgotten. Tightness and tension are offered up, freed up. Sense of ease and intimacy in the body in the moment. And when the realization arises that you've forgotten to be with the breath, to greet the body with awareness, no problem. Simply remember again. No need for self-judgment. You might need to remember 100 times or more. It's okay. It's part of this practice. Every time, remember joyfully. Celebrate sati, awareness, remembering joyfully. The joyfulness of returning can help it become more stable. What we are aware of and appreciate can more fully become the habit of the mind. So resting with the breath, with the body. With awareness and the breath filling the body for a few minutes, tilling the soil. Now I would like to invite you, if you will, to invite someone who is a friend, a benefactor, maybe a parent, a teacher, someone for whom it's easy for you to be in the presence of, you feel safe. Someone you care about, just a natural sense of care. And invite them in your mind's eye to be with you, to sit with you as if they were right in front of you. This invitation to bring them to your awareness, becoming aware of their presence. And imagining in daily life, if you were actually being with them, sitting with them, or if you thought about them, maybe gave them a call and asked them how they were feeling, checked in, expressed your care, or send them a text message. Somehow you reached out. In your mind, became aware of them, offered your care, your presence to them. Imagining perhaps now at some point when you were in their presence, just being in their presence simply. Just offering your presence to them, realizing this is an act of care. Your awareness, your attention, your time is the most precious resource we all have in this world. And sharing yourself with them, your care, being aware of the presence, being concerned, is an act of metta, is an act of care. So as you're breathing, as the body is breathing, grounded in the body, embodied, imagine yourself sitting with this being, just offering your presence as a gift of care, sitting with them, No words needed. Sitting and breathing. Offering your presence as a care package, as a gift of goodwill, metta, care, love, whatever nuance is appropriate in this particular relationship. Keeping them in your mind's eye, in your awareness, remembering. And if their image or feeling wanes, bringing it up more brightly, what they look like, what they feel like. Maybe see them talking, moving. Offering your presence, your awareness is a package of care, care package. And if you notice there are challenging emotional states arising, if you become aware of challenges in your own heart, as you become aware, can awareness meet gentle awareness, kind awareness, metta intertwined with awareness? Can it turn to your own suffering and pain in this moment? And if there are no challenging emotions, I invite you still to turn Maybe bowing to your dear being, thanking them for showing up in your mind's eye, and turning your kind awareness, in kindness and awareness intertwined, to yourself, checking in. Hello, dear, how are you? What is happening in this moment? How are you? What do you need? How is your heart? How is your body? How is your mind? Awareness of your own body. Is it tight? Is it relaxed? Is it tense? Awareness of your heart, your emotions. Awareness of your mind, if it's filled with thoughts and ruminations. With kindness, inviting yourself to offer it up, put it down right now. This awareness turned towards yourself as an expression of care. Caring enough for this being who is you. You're the guardian of to check in. Check in especially with the body. It tells us so much about the state of our heart and our mind. Checking in, becoming aware, and holding with care. And if holding, becoming aware of your own needs, your own suffering is challenging in this moment, imagine the dear being that you brought up to your mind before. Imagine them becoming aware of your challenges, of your needs. How they would hold you with care, with affection, with kindness, if they became aware that you're suffering, that you're challenged. If there are no challenges in this moment, there's a sense of ease, open-heartedness. Becoming aware of that, the open-heartedness, the ease. And holding this, holding that with care, with kindness, with goodwill. Holding tenderly any joy or delight there might be. Maybe a smile arises. As we become aware of our bodies, our breath, the last minutes of this practice period, the sounds all around us. Greeting whatever is arising in the body, or the sounds, sensations, everything, whatever is arising. Greeting them with kindness, with a smile. I greet the crows who are singing with a smile, with appreciation. And greeting any thoughts that arise. And without attachment to outcome, for whatever arose or did not arise during this practice period, whether you're sleepy, there are many thoughts, ruminations, no problem at all. You've tried, you showed up, you've planted seeds. No attachment to outcome. Take the long-term view. Thanking yourself for having showed up. Thank you, me, for the benefit of yourself and all beings. Thank you all. I'm going to change the settings so you're able to unmute yourself if you wish, or chat to everyone. And I'll invite you now for some reflections. You can type in chat, maybe a word or a phrase, what's arising for you. You can unmute yourself. And I'll start by sharing that in this exploration tonight of the seventh factor of the Eightfold Path, right mindfulness, wise mindfulness, as I was leading this practice, I realized even so much more fundamentally how much awareness, mindfulness is really intertwined, fundamental to the practice of cultivating metta. I talked about it beginning, but as we were practicing, I was realizing it more and more myself and really appreciating the intimacy of both. So please, comments welcome. Daryl, I see you're unmuted, please.
Hi.
Hi.
I always remember you saying meditating with right-mindedness compared to a kind of a tense state of mind is like riding a bike with flat tires versus a bike with the tires pumped up. And I've always found that when I can get that, when the awareness has kind of a loving feel to it, that it all goes more easily.
Yeah. Thank you, Daryl, for bringing that in. Absolutely. And I was paraphrasing Joseph Goldstein, who says that about wisdom and compassion, that wisdom without compassion is like riding a bicycle without air in its tires. It's a really bumpy ride. So I appreciate you bringing that in. And that sense, really bring that into every moment, not just general, cognitive thinking about wisdom and compassion as concepts, but in every moment of paying attention, mindfulness, awareness, with that kindness imbued, the way you practice with it. I really appreciate how you've made it even more meaningful. Really taken it from the macro concept to a micro way, in this way, and bringing it back into the container. Yeah, thank you, Dara. Any other reflections or questions or complaints?
I haven't done happy hour for a while, but I remember that I would always have more of those kind of hypnagogic events, like a little bit, because I'm a little bit sleepy this time of day. Um, are there tips you share with people for that situation?
Yeah, the hypnagogic state. Yeah, it's sometimes it might help to just sit up straighter just a tiny bit. That might be enough to bring more energy, more engagement, or become more engaged with the object of your practice, and that engagement can bring more virya, more energy, more. So that's what I would suggest. Not trying to tighten the body, of course, but just that very slight, and see how that works. And let me know. Maybe if I trust you, you'll see, and there might be other things that are needed. But start there. Let's start very small, just a tiny bit, nothing drastic. Yeah, thank you. And Kim, Kim offers, I feel soft and solid. Oh, that's lovely. How wonderful, Kim. Both soft and solid. I love that. Thanks for offering that. Sweet. So let us shift now. Actually, let me take one more pause. Anybody else wants to share any reflections before we turn? Before we pivot? Any questions, reflections?
I think for me, the sati was really important. I always take away something as and when I can join these sessions, but this was really important because sometimes when you're feeling the way you're feeling, it's important to be aware and remember why you're feeling what you're feeling. So that's something that I'm going to take away every time I feel challenged or unsettled or envious or whatever it is.
Great.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you, Bipasha. I really appreciate you underlining, highlighting how important this has been for you. The awareness. Oh, yeah, becoming aware is so important, so fundamental. It's the foundation. Yeah, lovely. With whatever arises, to realize what is appropriate to be applied, metta or compassion or what. Yuka offers, I couldn't come out even if I tried to get out after thinking. It was very easy to accept and wait. The judge was robbing freedom. Thank you for love. Ah, interesting. So Yuka, I think I get some of the meanings that you were really in the meditation, or just a sense of acceptance and falling into, in being in your practice, and then the judging mind was robbing your freedom. I love the way you're using language. Of course, the judging mind always robs freedom. It gets us very tight. Am I getting your meaning? Am I getting your meaning right? Tell me what I'm missing. I'd love to hear more, please.
I look judgment, many judgments. No, this is very not relaxed, very tight. But it's okay. This is natural. You say kindness. Oh, I kindness. No judge, no pressure. I kind, change, very, feel very good. Yes.
Lovely. Okay, thank you. I
Thank
think
you.
I get it better now. So what you're sharing is that there was a sense of tightness, and then you realize that, and then realize, oh, I actually don't need to be judgmental with the tightness. Can I be kind with the tightness? And that's what allowed a sense of ease and relaxation um,
Mm.
into the spaciousness.
Mm.
Did I get that right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Yuka. That's lovely.
Thank you very much.
Being kind and gentle with the tightness. Yes,
Mm.
that's
Yes.
great. That's great. Yeah, that's fantastic. And yeah, because usually we tend to add more tightness on top of tightness. So it's wonderful to be gentle with it and inviting you to unwind. Lovely. Thank you for sharing that. So I'd like to invite us to now transition into a part that many of you particularly appreciate, given that this is an international Sangha. We're going to spend 6 minutes in small group just connecting with other beings. And given that the theme tonight is presence, the biggest gift you can offer yourself and others, other practitioners, other people who are on this path with you, is to offer them your kind presence. Offer yourself your kind presence. Doesn't matter what you say. The prompt is, how was the practice? You can check in, you can say, I fell asleep, I loved it, I didn't like it. It doesn't so much matter what you say, but how you hold yourself with kindness and others with kindness, as if they could say no wrong. Each person will speak for about a couple of minutes if they wish, sharing as little or as much. And really, pay attention to how you show up, not the energy, not the worldly energy of, oh, now I'm going to I'm going to be on a Zoom meeting. Like, not that. Please leave that aside. Have this same gentle, tender presence with yourself. You may get into the room and you guys might just be silent for a few minutes, offering each other your presence, looking at each other. That's fine. See how that feels. You don't have to say anything if you don't want. It can be quite powerful to offer kind, gentle presence to others. And if you want to say something, go for it. So, and if you choose tonight is not the right night for you to engage, it's fine. It's all good. See what's needed. So I'm going to create the rooms right now. And they're going to be size of 3. Welcome back. All rooms are closed now. Great. So, how was that this day? Especially if you haven't spoken before, you're welcome to unmute yourself and share if you want. They're about the first part or the second part. Go. What did you notice?
One of the pearls of wisdom that came up was from what you said about being present for someone else, and it made me think about the fact that we are not always present for ourselves. We go into automatic pilot instead of being actual, rather than giving to ourselves. So that was just interesting, something for me to ponder and be aware of.
Lovely. Thank you, Mary Christine. Other reflections, please.
Just a thought, just observing my own behavior with Metta, I've noticed some changes, and I mean, they're good changes, but what I don't quite understand is that I have a continual problem with being tired in these meditations, and I don't know, I would think that I would just, if I'm sleeping through half of these, that it wouldn't do me any good, but it seems to be. I don't understand it, but it's good.
I love it. I love it. So what I'm hearing you say is something is changing in your behavior. You're noticing changes in your behavior. And yet, on the other hand, you're thinking, well, you fall asleep, you're falling asleep through half of these. So what's happening? So yay, fantastic, Bill. This is great. This could be a billboard for Metta, that trust you're planting seeds, trust changes are being made. Even if your judgmental mind is like, oh, I wasn't paying attention, like something is shifting. I so appreciate you bringing this in. I've heard this from so many different practitioners in so many different ways. Yeah, absolutely. And classic story is that of Sharon Salzberg, who says, she said a whole retreat of Metta of her first time practicing intensely, and she thought nothing had happened. She thought she had spent a miserable week with getting nothing, and then the story is she drops a vase and says, oh, you're a klutz, but I love you anyway. It's like, whoa, where did that come from? So it just shifts even when you think nothing is happening. So that's a fantastic note to end on, Bill. Thank you for bringing that into the space. For everyone who might think, oh, I'm sleeping, nothing was happening, I was in hypnagogic state, I don't know, I didn't follow the instructions, something is happening. Look long term and look at your life. Seeds are being planted. So thank you so much, Bill, and thank you to every single one of you for showing up for yourself and all people who are in your life you're practicing for, not just for yourself, but for all beings everywhere. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free, including us. Thanks, everyone. What a delight. You can unmute yourself and say goodbye if you wish.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
I love you.
Vicky.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah.
See you
Bye.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye. Have a good morning. Merry
Yes,
Christmas.
yes. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.